This is the weather planning briefing for April 14th, 2020. So to start off, the most significant weather we have is going to be coming up tomorrow morning, April 15th, in the morning. Actually, overnight tonight, we're going to have some snow up in the mountains affecting some of the passes. And then after that, conditions actually look pretty good for the next few days. And then we have a brush with a small system affecting northwest and west central Montana on Saturday. And then once again, it starts to look nice again once we reach the weekend. So looking at the current satellite image, you can kind of see up in Canada, up over British Columbia and Alberta, there's a little bit of that next wave, which we're expecting is going to drop down tonight and cause most of the impacts in our area over here tonight and tomorrow morning. So that's for Wednesday morning. Other than that, off to the west, you can see a lot. There's an area of mostly clear out here over the North Pacific, with not a whole lot going on, and that's actually going to be starting to influence us more on Thursday and Friday, and even a little bit into Saturday. So for our storm totals for the snow, this is sort of a depiction of what it might look like, or kind of our relative expectations. Just because this is going to be coming in, there's going to be some instability and convection with it. We may see some heavier snow rates. So kind of working our way across the map, you can see most of the valleys don't really have much of an impact until you get along the Continental Divide, and then we get places like Sealy Lake, Helmville, Anaconda, and Butte. Those would be the most likely, those higher elevation valleys would be the most likely places to have any kind of impacts in the valley. And then of course we're looking at some potential for very heavy snow amounts up in the mountains. With in some cases even more than 10 inches possible up at the very high elevations, but again we expect that to be not really where people are. Even a little bit to the west, we've got Lolo Pass here with 6 to 8 inches, and Lost Trail Pass with 4 to 6 inches, and this is going to be occurring overnight. One area of concern is just along Highway 93, just to the north of Missoula. There are some models that are indicating the potential for heavy snow to fall in that area. So there's a couple different ways that could pan out. One, we may end up with light snow, in which case the temperatures should be warm enough at St. Ignatius to melt it on the road. And then the other potential scenario is we start to get heavy snow come in tonight with that, and we could end up with quite a bit of slush and some snow accumulating on the road with some pretty heavy snow rates for a while. So a lot of uncertainty what's going to happen there, but we have seen some of our higher resolution models kind of start to bullseye that area. Again, St. Ignatius, just north of Missoula on Highway 93. So that's something that we're going to be watching closely tonight and tomorrow morning for the Wednesday morning commute. Just a quick graphic to kind of grab some of the timing. Again, these amounts are very dependent on whether or not it gets hit by a shower, but you can see starting to expect some precipitation, maybe falling in the form of snow this evening, Tuesday evening. Really expect it to peak though after midnight, in that basically in that midnight to 6 a.m. time period, and then start to taper off. This particular graph is for Lolo Pass, but it's pretty similar at most of our other mountain passes and high elevation locations, where we're expecting the peak of the precip or the snow to occur overnight. And again, that's why we're thinking that it will actually be an impact and a potential troublemaker for some of the roads, is because it's going to be coming at nighttime when we have those cold temperatures and no sunshine to help us out. You can see for this Lolo Pass one though that we do have the temperatures hovering around freezing. I don't think that's going to be enough to prevent the snow from accumulating, especially if we get one of those heavier showers that comes on by. So looking beyond that for the rest of the week, our 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook has us being below normal, which as we're getting into April, or we're into April, we're getting close to May. This is typically a period when our amount of precipitation starts to pick up. So basically what this below normal means, I think, is that we're pretty much going to hold steady, just with some light showers here and there, but we'll see a few more blue sky days in there as well. So looking at our 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, we've got some warmer temperatures moving in for the longer term, and that's really saying something, because this time of year our average high temperatures are in the mid and upper 50s, and as we get to the end of this period, they'll be approaching 60 in a lot of the valleys. So we're expecting to be warmer than that which is significant because this time of year anyway we're typically above freezing in the mountains during the day, so we expect to see that and maybe a little bit more, which means at least in terms of the roads we shouldn't see much impact during the day, but we will have to keep an eye out for any of those nighttime showers and any potential impacts that those may have. And that's all I have for today's briefing. As usual, if you need anything, please feel free to call us at 329-4840, and hope to hear from you if you have any questions, and good luck. Thank you.